Jazz hands.
That all stays. That's not getting cut. You guys are in. All right.
Perfect.
It's
This is my fifth beer. Well, let's have a good time.
I remember my first beer.
I remember you showing up outside my rental house, real super fucking drunk the night you turned 21.
I vaguely remember that.
No, you don't. But I do. I got stories that you don't want me to share, and I don't want to share.
Oh, I want to hear these.
I really only have one from that night, and I really don't want to share it. Nobody wants to hear that.
The only story I remember from the two of you from college together was when you two lived together, and I don't know, we ended up smoking roaches or something.
Is this when we lived with Mike? Or was this after that?
I don't know. I know you two lived there. I don't know who else lived there at the time.
House or an apartment?
It was a house.
Okay. Mike lived there too. Mike,
Mike?
what the fuck was Mike's last name? Mexican Mike.
Oh, Mexican Mike, not Big Mike.
No, not Big Mike.
Okay.
I didn't even know him yet then. No, Mexican Mike. Mike,
he was not Mexican.
His name was. He was not Mexican. I don't know why it was Mexican Mike. I'm sure I did at the time, but I don't remember. You remember?
We have reached the stretch run of the fantasy football season, and
reached the stretch run of the night.
Yes, that too. Of course, I am joined by my stalwart co-hosts, Ryan and Coral. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Tonight, we wanted to talk about a few things. We had some standings, some drama to address with playoffs just a couple weeks away. We have, of course, exciting side missions to discuss. And there's probably some other stuff too. Guys, what do you want to talk about first?
Let's do a side mission. I like side missions. Let's see the wheel spin.
Let's do a
side missions have been a little forgotten this year.
That's not true. I've kept track. I've got them all updated.
Ryan, you're thinking of last year that they were entirely forgotten.
Oh my God.
After like 6 weeks.
I feel like we haven't been updated every 2 weeks what they are.
No, the updates have been very intermittent.
They've been scattered, but they're being tracked.
Are we going to do side missions in playoffs, or is this the last side mission?
Oh God, this will probably be the last side mission, I suppose. Huh?
All right.
I don't think we've done side missions in playoffs.
I want to win this
one. I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did. I just want to win one this year.
The last side mission we did was Baby's Big Blowout, which was whoever loses by the widest margin. Dylan, he did go 0-2. He lost his second game by, I think, 0.2 points. However,
was this past week his second week?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like 0.4 or something like that. It was stupidly close.
Close matchup.
His first week, he did lose by 74 points, though. And so that was too far of a hill to climb. And so, yes, Dylan's 74.43 points over the last 2 weeks does make him the recipient of this winning side mission. So that's like a consolation prize, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Hooray. The last side mission of the year, though, now that's something to write home about.
It's exciting. Exciting times.
Receptions.
The most catches. I feel like we did this one. Did we do this one? We did this one. That one sucks.
Let's do a different one. Try it again.
Spin it again. Take another crack at this bottle. Oh, this could suck. Top running back. Okay. So
we've done that.
Similar to what we've done with other top point scorers, we'll just take the actual position and we'll add that up over the course of 2 weeks. So your 2 starting running back slots, we'll just track those and add them up, and we'll see who does it. Hooray. Right. That's exciting. All right. Do you guys want to look at the kicker league? Because
I mean, briefly.
Bad news, like we talked about, Big Mike just has a stranglehold on this one.
Continues to run away with it.
Bajorquez put up 90 points last week, 80 points last week. I don't know. So,
just going to point out that Ben's scoring system for punters is absurd.
It's exactly the way that God intended it. So
God never intended punters to exist.
And by God, he means ESPN.
So we'll figure out how that's going to get applied to end of year point scoring, right? Because this was all going to go towards something with
draft positioning in the regular rounds, not the rookie rounds.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know. You don't care. You're not watching.
Okay. Well, we get a lot of clicks. We're big traffic.
Oh, excellent. I'm pleased to be wrong.
The drama continues to unfurl in the playoff run, guys. Dylan's lost 2 straight. Dylan is at risk of sinking like a stone here. As we all know, he's got some of the lowest points for. And if you're, what did I say? Did I say Dylan?
You said Dylan.
I better take a drink. That was bad.
Take a drink, Ben.
Cody has lost 2 in a row. Continues to sink like a stone as he's heavily invested in that Colts offense. With the lowest points for, another loss or 2 here could really make things interesting when it comes to tiebreakers at playoff time. Maybe the bigger story, Joe has surged into playoff contention, as we discussed.
Yep.
Cowboys appear to be clicking, which means Joe, who is starting 7 or 8 Cowboys, is also clicking.
Joe, Dak is still available.
Dak is on the waiver or on the trade wire, I should say. Interesting. How do you guys envision the next couple weeks shaking out? Any hot takes? Any bold predictions?
Not really.
I think kind of right now it's kind of where it's going to be.
Yeah, I feel like what it looks like right now is pretty close to what it's going to be. Shane is in the midst of a 5-game losing streak. I just don't see any reason to think he's going to turn it around. Brent has not been eliminated, and it would amuse me to no end to see him sneak into the back end of the playoffs. I just don't think it's likely to happen. Ryan is about to give up one of his best players. And
you think so
on the rest of the year.
You think so?
So really, it just comes down to Dylan, Mike, and Joe. And Joe's been putting up points all year, and I don't know that Dylan's going to find a way to get ahead of Mike. Although I will say Dylan's only on a 2-game losing streak to Mike's 3, so those 2 might go ahead and Rochambeau for the last playoff spot.
And honestly, Shane could surprise somebody.
He could. He had a great start to the season.
I don't know who he's playing the last 2 weeks, but
I'm not sure either. I don't know off the top of my head who anyone's playing the last 2 weeks.
I know I have to face Walker and Brent, so I have to face the number 1 team and the number 12 team.
All right.
So I will count myself out of the playoffs for all intents and purposes.
Well, because you'll beat Walker and lose to Brent.
Correct. Correct.
That would be pretty rich, I gotta say.
It would be highly entertaining. Ryan, please let us know if that happens.
I will indeed.
I know I've got I've got Joe and Carl the next 2 weeks. Not feeling incredibly great about either at the moment. I think I'm getting a couple guys back healthy. I don't know if it'll be enough at this point. So if I could split it, I think I'm in. I don't know if I could split it though. So we'll just have to see what shakes.
It makes it
I
feel
have
any
to
better.
say,
I
though,
don't feel good about my team, and I have no idea how I'm in third place right now.
I have to say, though, the way that this season has panned out, that we're at this point in the season, 2 games left of the regular season, there are only 2 teams that have clinched at this point, and nobody's eliminated.
Yeah.
That is a testament to how close this league is, how awesome our league is.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I mean, 11 teams have somewhere between 5 and 8 wins.
Yep. And even that last place team, I mean, Brent has not been mathematically
Not eliminated.
Every other league that I am in, the last place or the last 2 places have been mathematically eliminated, and we're not at that spot.
Not here. And I mean, admittedly, part of that is the fact that we've got 8 playoff teams, but part of it is just how close everyone is.
Correct.
I mean, there's only 4 games between the top team and the bottom team. Like we don't have a 10 or 11 win team. The best teams have 8 wins. It's a very tight league. It's
right. I mean,
incredibly competitive. Big fan.
Think of if we went with 6 teams in the playoffs. That would kind of be a travesty, honestly. Like
it really would.
Would. Bye weeks suck in fantasy football.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like I said, at first I wasn't really jazzed up about 8 rosters or 8 playoff spots. But yeah, buys suck, and this has just been endlessly entertaining all the way up to the end. So,
I mean, and it just gives 4 teams 1 extra week.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I like it. I'm a fan. All right, Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan and I are going to try to make a trade.
We've been talking about this since early this morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I texted him earlier today. Considering where I'm sitting right now, I feel like I've got an opportunity to maybe try to make a push to do something in the playoffs. And I think a good way to do that might be a running back. And so I looked around, and Ryan's got old balls Derrick Henry. But I think he's got one more run in him.
And Derrick Henry definitely likes to turn it on at this point of the season.
Yeah. So I want Derrick Henry. Ryan wants something in return for Derrick Henry.
Yep.
The most recent offer, or maybe not even necessarily offer, the most recent, idea
Discussion.
Going back and forth. Ryan was asking for a 2nd and a 4th round pick for Derrick Henry. Is that correct?
And you threw in Vidal.
Correct. I was going to throw in
to appease ESPN because you
essentially to appease ESPN's trades.
Correct.
So, and we didn't quite settle on that. I don't think that's quite where we want to be. And that was essentially what Ryan was saying. Well, because I said a 2 and a 5 and Vidal for Henry, and you came back and said you'd like to see it be a 4th. And I thought about it more, and I would like to see a pick coming back my direction too.
Okay.
And I was kind of thinking maybe like an 8 or something like that, perhaps. I'm open to discussion on that. But like a 2 and a 4 and Vidal for Henry and an 8.
Oh, that's not a bad offer. It really isn't.
Do we just so you have a moment to think? Let me rehash where we started, just because I think everyone that actually watches this will get a kick out of it.
Okay.
So knowing that I was lowballing him, just wanting to start the conversation, I texted Ryan earlier today and I said, I'm interested in Derrick Henry. I will give you Vidal and a 5th-round pick for Derrick Henry. And he, I presume, laughed his ass off. And then he texted me back and he said, no, but if you give me a 2nd and a 5th and Cam Scatabo, I'll give you Derrick Henry. At which point I laughed my ass off. And then we got down to the business of making some serious offers to each other. Since we had set the obvious outer parameters of no and no.
Correct.
So that's the history.
So I don't hate the 2 for Vidal, for Henry, and an 8th. I still feel that you have a better shot here at making a run with Henry.
So I'm trying to make a trade for him, Ryan.
Obviously. So I would counter going back to a 9th.
2 for Vidal, for Henry, and a 9.
Yep. Because Vidal he's a 1-week rental, basically. Hampton's going to come back. That backfield's going to be...
Yes, Ben, thank you for pulling this up.
Yes.
Well,
That backfield in the Chargers is going to be insanely difficult to predict.
Switch to the
To
next
have
slide.
both of those 2 players going into next season, because I'm not going to be able to get much use out of either of them for the remainder of this season. I want to push back just a little bit more, and I'll give you the 9th instead of the 8th.
You know, honestly, Carl, that's not bad. I think an extra pick in the 9th, we tend to start looking heavily at defense. That's a good spot where you could swerve and pick up a good sleeper offensive player that's been overlooked as everyone starts to go defense heavy in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that could work out. That might be a nice compromise.
I mean, I'm glad you pulled this up, Ben, because right there I'm seeing that this last year, had I had that bonus 9th pick, someone like Igbuka would have been available. And actually, based on just seeing what went in the 8th and what went in the 9th, there's a pretty big difference between the 1st and the 2nd round. You get to the 8th and the 9th round, it's not quite as big of a difference.
Right.
So we're saying a 2 and a 4 in Vidal for a 9
And Henry.
My 2, a 4, and Vidal for a 9 and Henry. I'm in.
You're in?
Wow.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
Made it a trade live.
Live.
That's exciting. Honestly,
Ben brought up a good point in his solo video that I went into this season talking about it being a rebuilding year for me. I lost sight of that early in the season, but this trade, I think, really gets to what I'm wanting. I get some options at the early part of the draft.
Yep.
Because I in all intensive purposes, cannot make a run at the championship.
Right. And you move a guy who's could be useful to me right now, but is unlikely to be all that useful to you next year.
Correct.
I feel like this is a good trade for both of us.
I agree.
It gives me a better crack this year without giving up my future because
Too much of it.
Well, not too much of it because due to my trade with Cody a couple weeks back, I have 2 second-round picks.
Well, see, if we had a
So I gave
spreadsheet
up
where
one.
I could look at this, well, then maybe I would have asked for a first.
I mean, you could have asked, and I would have said no.
So whose second are you going to get?
He's getting
the
mine.
higher or the lower?
That's why I said clearly my second.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I expect my second.
I don't know. I think this should be the higher of the second.
Oh no, I already said it's mine.
You said you didn't say my second.
That's what I said. Go back to the recording.
Okay, no, let's go back to the text message.
We just watched a trade fall apart live on the stream. That's exciting.
No, Ryan, I did not specify the text messages. I specified just now.
And I
my second.
did not hear that.
No, you didn't understand why I emphasized my. Listen back.
How about the second and fifth round? The second. That's what the text message said.
I still think you got a good deal out of this, Ryan. I don't think
I agree.
I mean,
haggling over the
it's probably
second.
a couple of slots at most.
Right. No, well,
I mean,
I do agree that this seems like a fairly even trade for what we're both trying to do at the moment.
For where we are, yeah. It gives you a better opportunity to build next year. It gives me a better shot this year without crippling myself next year.
Yep.
Because I probably am not even trying to make this trade if I don't have the extra second next year.
Yep.
And the beauty of this is that at this point, I traded J.K. Dobbins and a fourth for Cam Scatabo, Derrick Henry, and a ninth. Is basically what happened.
Yep.
Because Dobbins for Scatabo in a second, and then second and a fourth for Henry and a ninth. I feel pretty good about how I did that. And I guess Vidal's in there too, but who gives a shit? Although, man, Vidal was great for me for a couple of years.
Useful as Hampton is recovering back.
Right, until he makes it the rest of the way back.
Right.
And I got a couple great weeks out of him, looking at it from just my standpoint. Like, I got a couple really good weeks out of him. And you hopefully will get at least one good week out of him before Hampton usurps him, and then you'll get good weeks out of Hampton instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. This works out well. Good job to both of you.
Thank you.
See, and this is what this year has proven to be. We've had the most trades in this season that we have ever had before. And I'm loving it.
Yeah, far and away. I think
awesome.
This puts us into double digits for sure. Yeah, I think this would be our 10th trade. And I don't think prior to this we'd passed 6 in a season. So yeah.
Might be interesting to try to look back at that after the season and confirm those numbers.
Yeah, I'll have to double check that.
Well, and it'll be interesting.
I mean, it sounds right and awesome if true, basically. Like, I just, I would like to confirm that you're right on those numbers because that's pretty fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be interesting to see next year at this time what these trades amounted to.
Right.
Because we've had a number of draft pick trades in the last 3 weeks that we don't know what the outcome is going to be of them.
Right.
Which highlights a point that I want to put out is that we are working on a new spreadsheet that will be able to track these trades so that we can all see whose pick belongs where to a reasonable extent.
You'd all see that Carl's holding 2 second-round picks and pulling the wool over your eyes, Ryan.
And I had mentioned that in our conversations before we started recording too, that it would be interesting to see where those picks were at.
Well, to my knowledge, that one was the only one so far. Well, because that was the second round pick. Because there was I think it was Cody and Joe at the draft moved Waddle and whatever else. Maybe it was just Waddle. I don't remember for sure. For a second round pick in this coming draft. And then Cody and I traded. And that trade, the agreement was I get the higher of Cody's 2 picks. Because I knew he had 2. Because I've been paying attention, Ryan.
And so I made a pick with Dylan for a rookie round pick.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, who was that?
I got Nico Collins. He got AJ Brown, but there was a couple other components, but I ended up giving up a rookie round pick to him because of the age difference from Nico and AJ Brown.
Okay. So you gave up a rookie pick.
I did.
Your first or your second?
I gave up a second.
Okay. That feels like it's probably a decent move. Yeah, we were talking about it before we fired up the record button and started this video, so you all know. But we are definitely working on. I shouldn't say working on. I am going to make a better spreadsheet that will track the draft pick trades. Haven't started yet. It does not exist yet, but it will exist. And once it does, I'll let you all know.
All right. Well,
we do need a better record of those sorts of things.
Yes.
We're always improving. We're always growing.
We're trying.
You know, I in good time. And
hey, let's take that opportunity. We're always open to suggestions too.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone's got ideas, bring them to us. We love new ideas. They don't always go through, but we love talking about them.
Yeah. As you may have noticed, there's one thing I love, and that's tweaking things for no apparent reason other than to just say that we tried it. So
something 52 moves on your team this year?
Or
ran out of free agent bucks like fucking 8 weeks ago?
Or that we have D tackles as a starting roster spot.
Yeah, if you want a second D tackle slot next year, you just feel free to float that idea out there, and I will probably.
You let Ben know. Ben loves nothing more than defensive tackles.
My new fave, D tackles.
Did you
best thing you've ever done?
Did you just develop an ulcer trying to say that? Did that physically hurt, Ben?
Or was it enjoyment because he loves getting stuffed by D tackles?
Oh my God. And that is where we end tonight. So thanks for tuning in. But no, seriously. Yeah, I think we've hit about 26 minutes or so, which is probably pretty good. Again, exciting run up to the playoffs here. The last couple weeks still have a lot of moving pieces, a lot of Jenga going on in the standings. So we'll be active. We'll be hot in the chat, and yeah, excited to see what happens. So, Karl,
let's finish the year strong, guys.
Absolutely,
that's right.
All right. Until next time, folks. We'll catch everybody a little later.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night.